All 4 trailers are out now. They look simple on the surface, but each one contains details worth breaking down. Starting with first trailer. The first trailer focuses entirely on Steve Rogers. His return to the MCU is directly tied to the Doomsday event. The opening footage shows Steve riding a motorcycle through quiet rural roads. The setting places him in the past, sometime after he chose to stay with Peggy at the end of Endgame. The ride is calm, showing Steve arriving at what appears to be the home he built during his life in that timeline. Inside the house, Steve walks toward a wooden chest. He opens it and carefully places something inside. The object is the nano suit from Endgame. This is the same suit Tony Stark designed for the time heist mission. Steve keeping this suit hidden carries weight. He never abandoned his connection to the future. He held on to a piece of his Avengers life and locked it away, even while living decades in the past. The suit represents unfinished business, or at least the possibility that Steve always knew he might need it again. The trailer then cuts to Steve holding a baby. The shot is short, but it is placed with clear intention. The identity of this child is not revealed. 2 theories currently exist around this scene. The first theory suggests the baby is Tony Stark. The timeline supports this. Tony was born in 1970. If Steve lived through that period while staying in the past, he could have crossed paths with Howard Stark and been present during Tony's infancy. This would add a new layer to Steve and Tony's relationship across the entire MCU. Steve may have watched Tony grow from a distance, knowing who he would become, and later stood beside him in battle without ever revealing what he knew. The second theory connects the baby to Victor Von Doom. This interpretation suggests Doom's origin has been altered in the MCU. The idea is that someone placed Doom into a different life, possibly a different family, and Steve may have been involved in that placement. This theory is more speculative, but the trailer being attached to a film titled Doomsday points toward a deliberate Doom connection hidden within Steve's past. Beyond the baby, the trailer raises a larger question about timeline consequences. Steve staying in the past was never fully explored after Endgame. The film presented it as a completed loop, but the multiverse rules established since then complicate that. Living a full life in a past timeline creates branches. Every decision Steve made could have altered the flow of events. The Doomsday event itself may be a consequence of those changes. If Steve's presence in the past caused ripples, those ripples may have compounded across decades into something requiring a multiversal response. The trailer does not explain everything. It presents moments without context, but those moments confirm Steve is embedded in the Doomsday narrative in a meaningful way. The motorcycle, the suit in the chest, the baby, all of these are shown with purpose. The answers will come when the film releases. For now, the trailer establishes that Steve's past is not just backstory. It is part of the problem the Avengers will face. Thor. The second trailer shifts to Thor. He appears with short hair, a serious expression, and complete isolation. There is no comedy in this footage, no supporting characters, Thor is alone, and the tone reflects that. This version of Thor resembles his portrayal in Infinity War more than the direction taken in later films. The imagery suggests he has returned to a warrior's mindset, possibly because something has been taken from him. The central scene shows Thor praying. He kneels, Stormbreaker placed in front of him, and speaks toward the sky. He is calling out to Odin and possibly the Allfathers beyond. This is not casual dialogue. Thor is making a direct appeal to the spiritual forces of Asgard. The weight of the moment suggests he is not asking for strength or guidance in a general sense. He is asking for intervention. Something specific has happened that Thor cannot fix alone. The most likely explanation involves love. In Thor: Love and Thunder, love was revealed to be the resurrected daughter of Gorr, brought back through eternity's power. The trailer does not show love, but Thor's behavior suggests her absence. One possibility is that love has been kidnapped. Another is that she has disappeared, possibly pulled into another part of the multiverse. Love's origin connects her to eternity itself. She is not a normal child. She may function as an avatar of eternity, a living extension of one of the most powerful cosmic entities in existence. If this is the case, love becomes extremely valuable across all realities. Doom, who is confirmed as the central villain of Doomsday, may be pursuing her specifically. Control over an avatar of eternity would give Doom access to power on a scale that rivals the Infinity Stones. This makes Love a target. Love is not the only important child in this story. Franklin Richards, son of Reed and Sue, is confirmed as part of the Fantastic Four's arrival. Steve's baby from trailer 1 may carry narrative weight. Hulk's son, Scar, exists in this timeline. T'Challa's son has been referenced in Wakanda Forever. Morgan Stark, Tony's daughter, is still alive. The film appears to be positioning children as a theme or as targets. If Doom's plan involves collecting or controlling these children, the Avengers face a threat that strikes at their families directly. Thor calling on Odin introduces another variable. Odin is dead, but Asgardian death does not mean complete absence. Odin could provide indirect help, either through visions, through spiritual guidance, or through something left behind. Thor reaching out to him indicates that the threat level of Doomsday requires power beyond what any living Avenger possesses. Thor is not just preparing for battle, he is asking his ancestors to stand with him. X-Men. The third trailer introduces the X-Men. The footage confirms that Dr. Doom first appears in the Fantastic Four's home universe. He does not begin as an enemy, he joins the Fantastic Four on their journey across realities. Together, Doom and the Fantastic Four travel to Earth 616, the main MCU timeline. There, they work to unite the Avengers against the larger threat. Doom is positioned as an ally during this section of the film. He stands with the heroes, he fights alongside them. This framing continues for a significant portion of the narrative. Before the worlds collapse entirely, the combined team must travel to the X-Men universe, designated Earth 10005. This is the Fox timeline. The reason for this trip is not fully explained in the trailer, but the footage shows that the X-Men universe has become an anomaly during an event described as the World's War, or an incursion-level collapse. The universe is unstable, and something within it requires the Avengers and Fantastic Four to intervene. Doom's role during this phase becomes less clear. The trailer suggests he may be manipulating both sides. While publicly allied with the Avengers, Doom may be engineering conflict between them and the X-Men. His true agenda remains hidden, but the structure implies he is using the chaos to pursue something personal. The Alliance is a front. Doom is playing a longer game. The destruction shown in the X-Men universe resembles Sentinel attacks. Buildings are torn apart in patterns consistent with Sentinel weaponry. If this is accurate, Doom may have deployed Sentinels himself. He may be using the machines to destabilize the X-Men's world, either to weaken its defenders or to create the conditions he needs for his plan. Several Fox XMen return. Professor X appears wearing a new suit, distinct from previous portrayals. Magneto is present. Cyclops returns wearing a costume that matches his comic book appearance more closely than any previous live-action version. The framing suggests Cyclops may operate as the field leader of this X-Men team. If Cyclops has lost key people, Jean Grey being the most likely, his behavior may shift darker. Loss would push him into a harder mindset, making him more willing to treat the arriving heroes as threats. Wolverine carries trauma from his own timeline. If Doom is responsible for the destruction of the X-Men's world, Wolverine will take that personally. This variant of Wolverine, shaped by different losses than the one seen in Deadpool and Wolverine, may pursue Doom directly. His motivation becomes revenge rather than cooperation. The TVA and Loki may not detect Doom's movements. Doom could be operating outside of time, similar to how the Kang Council hid itself from temporal observation. If Doom is invisible to the TVA, Loki cannot intervene until the damage is already done. However, Loki may later assemble a counter team. Characters from other realities, like Tobey Maguire's Spiderman, could be gathered as part of a delayed response to Doom's actions. This trailer raises one question worth considering. If Doom controls the Sentinels and manipulates the incursion, does that make him the cause of the world's war? Or is he just taking advantage of something that would have happened anyway? Wakandans and Fantastic Four. The fourth trailer covers Wakanda and the Fantastic Four. The footage here contains the clearest evidence of Marvel's trailer editing practices. Characters have been removed from shots to avoid spoilers. The framing confirms this. One shot shows Shuri walking forward toward an empty horizon. The composition is wrong. Shuri is positioned off-center, and her eye line suggests she is looking at something or someone who is no longer in the frame. The background is flat and featureless in a way that looks altered. Marvel has deleted a character from this shot. The identity of that character is not confirmed, but the editing is visible. Another shot shows the Thing standing alone. The framing includes blur and negative space beside him that does not match the rest of the image. Someone was standing next to him. That person has been removed. Given the narrative confirmed in the other trailers, the most likely candidate for this hidden character is Dr. Doom. Doom traveling with the Fantastic Four and being erased from trailer footage matches Marvel's pattern of protecting major reveals. The Russo brothers have stated publicly that end card sequences in trailers contain hidden information. The numbers displayed at the end of each of the four trailers follow a pattern: 24, 17, 11, 0, 4. These numbers appear intentional. One interpretation links each number to a character or team count from a specific reality. The Fantastic Four, total 4 members. The main Avengers roster in this film may include 24 characters, the X-Men team may feature 17 members. Loki's assembled team may consist of 11 individuals. If this reading is correct, the numbers function as a census across realities, laying out the scale of the crossover. Some viewers have attempted to connect these numbers to specific Endgame time codes, searching for hidden frames or dialogue that match. This theory exists, but remains unconfirmed. No direct evidence supports the timecode interpretation at this point. The larger concept emerging from all 4 trailers is the One Earth idea. Multiple realities are collapsing into a single world. Characters from the Fantastic Four universe, the X-Men universe, and the main MCU timeline will exist together on one merged Earth. This matches the Battleworld concept from the comics, where Doom collected fragments of destroyed realities and assembled them into a single patchwork planet under his control. Doom building a Battleworld scenario positions him as both destroyer and creator. He ends worlds to build his own. The Avengers, Fantastic Four, and X-Men are not just fighting to survive, they are fighting to prevent Doom from becoming the architect of everything that remains. The trailers confirm the scale. The film will show whether anyone can stop him. For now, that's it for the trailers. When the other trailers are released, I'll make part 2 of this video, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. If you liked the video, hit like and share it. See you next time.